Welcome back to the studio, and thank you for joining us for our special live coverage of Imagine Aviation 2024. We'll now go to our correspondents at Imagine Aviation for their insight about today's event. John, Angela, can you share your thoughts about day one? What excited you most about today?
Thanks, Steve. And yeah, it really was just a fabulous day one. It's in the books, but what a great start. I think we're bringing more technology innovation to this venue and to the audience here than we have in prior years. There's great STEM content, networking opportunities going out to all. So I think it was an outstanding start. And again, I think we made, as indicative of that last talk we just heard, we are making so many new connections with our guest speakers. The watch parties around the world we're going to hear more about later. And again, we've created some top-notch communication products to share with all. So I think it's been great. But Angela, what do you think?
Yeah, thanks, John. It's hard to believe that we started planning this event back in last August. We're already through day one. Hopefully everyone had a great time today and you come back tomorrow. I think we had amazing speakers today covering, a new era of thought leadership and with a variety of backgrounds and experiences. And it was very clear how important it is to bring diversity of thought into anything that we do. And for aviation advancements, that this is what NASA is part of. And then speaking of thought leadership, what did you think about the leadership from Jim and Carol?
I think that was just an incredible way to begin the entire Imagine Aviation with Jim and Carol, some of our most senior leaders here in the agency. Themes of finding your passion as a strong part of thought leadership. And once you find it, in an intrepid fashion, pursue it. I think was strong message that they left. And in part, it was, that's why NASA, I think, is so successful with bringing technology advancements to the community. We have a lot of talented and passionate people that have dedicated their life, here on Earth to those element of discovery and improvement. So I think it was a fabulous way to start off. We then moved on into a How Ideas Become Reality, a panel that I happen to chair, but I love the theme that ran through that discussion with Shayla and John Marinaro that reflected on innovation as a social process. I mean, diverse, multidisciplinary teams are key to impactful innovation. And we had many examples of the way they had shared that as we went forward. And we actually closed with a very spirited debate, focused by folks and comments online on, passion versus ability as a balanced path to success. But I thought it just had that right approach to setting us up and making us think about our ways and approaches for innovation and leadership overall. So Angela, in terms of the next few ideas in motion, the T-Cube, the CAS, and Bob and Mia, what did you think about those?
Yeah, I think for all those talks, a lot of the passion came out in all of the presenters. My favorite part was the ideas and motions, and both when ideas become discoveries. With those panels, we often forget that all the pivots that we have to take to adapt to these discoveries that we, for new technologies. We also tend to have a strong focus on what we hope the outcome is going to be, but many times we end up discovering something completely different, but it's superior to what we anticipated having in the first place. So things like discovering the high temperature alloy, the GRX 810, and with COVID, the COVID helped us steer and pivot into a different direction because we weren't able to get in the lab. And then, discoveries like Sparky and Beam and Aerocast, which, the CAS team talked about, their discovery process and how they go through, from the beginning to the end and what actually comes out of that for innovation potential. And then we have Bob Pierce and Mia Anderson with Mia's personal history and her journey of her passion for aviation and air ambition, including the failures she had to overcome. But her determination and the passion came out, when she was talking to Bob, to find another way to pursue her dreams. It was truly inspiring. And hopefully, I know a lot of people in the YouTube chat, they inspired them. And that's part of what we try to do for Imagine Aviation. It's giving people that extra kind of encouragement that you can do this. And for Mia, it's not only that she found a way to pursue her dreams and follow her path, but she also gained some support from the community by leading and supporting others like her. She wasn't able to afford it, but she found ways to get scholarships and help. And now she's trying to do that on her own through Air Ambition. And she ended it perfectly saying, you have to fail to learn, but don't let your failures define you, which I think everyone needs to remind themselves every day. And then for Mia, following her path to become a commercial pilot one day is just one example of finding and pursuing their passion. So John, what did you think about talking about passion? I know Gwen and PK came up afterwards. What did you think about their talk on passion?
Oh, they certainly showed that. But sorry, I want to, one last point with Mia. I love her reflection on her aviation uncles and that support and that community that she has at her local airport, and how those sorts of engagements are also important to her success and the confidence and the trust that she builds. Again, that was just a great additional part of the conversation. But to PK and Gwen from Go Aero, I love the conversation between two of the most passionate and innovative people that I know in PK and Gwen. I think the imagery of carving your off-road trajectory to explore new opportunities is a powerful message for our young entrepreneurs and innovators. But they also spent a lot of time on the value and importance of collaborative innovation, taking on challenges that are bigger than yourself, and how great ideas become reality when they are shared and pursued together. It was a great theme, and that the Go Aero Challenge is ongoing now, and this outstanding opportunity to show value of Aero in more public service facing elements. I think is going to be a great opportunity, and hopefully folks will take advantage of that and compete. This last talk on AI with James Villarubia and JR. Artificial intelligence is an incredible developing capability that brings out feelings of great potential in some, and also great trepidation in others. And I love the way that both James and JR discuss that. But they see the potential of AI and have pursued very different paths to bring value to their respective enterprises. But I was also just inspired by the shared perspectives on AI, the convergent opportunities, convergent meaning the way that different industries, different markets can come together and find value in similar tools and sometimes in some similar ways for output that can be very different. But they're revealing that cross-industry innovation coming together, I think, was just an incredible message. I could have listened to them for another hour or more, but it was a great way, a strong way to close the day. So, and again, the last thing I guess I want to say is I know that Joe Byrne, our word art, our the show your words person, has been working very frantically for this entire day. Thanks Ashcon for bringing up some of her artwork, but she's going to continue to present, to create these and have them available for all of us to see. I think it's just a great way to not just commemorate, but to help us understand and reflect on the key messages that have come out over the course of which would be 3 days by the time we end this on Thursday. And it's just a fabulous additional element of Imagine Aviation that we're happy to bring to you. So please check it out. She'll be developing more of them tomorrow and Thursday. So Angela, day one's in the books. What's on tap for tomorrow?
Yeah, thanks, John. So tomorrow is a full day of STEM. So we're going to have the team bring up what to expect on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, February 28th. Tomorrow we do start at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So things tomorrow to look forward to. Like I said, it's an entire day of STEM. We have a fireside chat with Casey Swales, our Deputy Associate Administrator, with a couple 3M young scientists. We have Dream With Us 2023 winners will be announced. They've already been announced before, but we're going to go through it again with the 2024 challenge will be kicked off. And then we have a panel on optimizing your trajectory through thought leadership. For all of you who have been online asking about internships, international or US based, this is the opportunity you have to listen to this discussion. So please don't miss that one. We also have a Passion as a Pathfinder by Allie Ward, the Allergies podcast. Some of you may listen to her. She's amazing. So hopefully, you can dial into that one as well. And then we have a NASA University Innovation Spotlight by the University of Delaware with our University Innovation Project manager. And then we have an early career perspectives. And then at the end of the day, we're going to have a virtual networking session in GatherTown. It's a networking platform, web-based. It's easy for everyone just to log in. You'll create yourself an avatar. We have another slide kind of showing that. That is at the end of the day from 3:30 to 5. We have 80 posters in there, NASA subject matter experts. We have small business. We have internships, STEM content. We have Go Aero will be in there that we just saw earlier from Gwen. Air Ambition from Mia, as described before, but then we also have about 20 poster sessions from universities that work with NASA Aeronautics. So hopefully you don't miss out. Hopefully everyone comes back tomorrow and dials in. And then can go to the Gather Town, please. There we go. So like I said, we will be in Gather Town tomorrow, just in the afternoon. The morning session will be logging in just as you do. So hopefully everyone comes back. And we just wanted to thank everyone for being here today. Hopefully you had a great time. Hopefully you're able to come online tomorrow and have more interactions with us on the YouTube channel. But again, thank you for being with us today. That will send it back over to Steve.
Thank you. Be sure to join us tomorrow as we resume our live coverage of the 4th annual Imagine Aviation. I'm Steve Cromaldi. Until tomorrow, wishing our viewers around the world a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Yeah. Coming up next, an update on Orville. Another great way to exchange information with our viewers. Wait, I'm getting breaking update. Orville's missing? For IA Network News, I'm Steve Cromaldi. Until tomorrow, wishing all of our viewers around the world
good morning,
good afternoon, good evening,
And good night.
We're out of lines.
we're out of line.
Thanks, right.